One.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, do that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. That's a little better. I'll tell you what, I'm going to steal a page out of Brent's stuff. Stand up, look around you, tell everybody how wonderful they are. Come on, do it.
You're wonderful.
You got 30 seconds. Enough of this frivolity.
Frivolity, he says. Frivolity. That's actually a good word.
Isn't it grand to be around people that you care for? And care for you back.
Let's show it.
Good morning. My name's David Coleman. Everybody needs to sit down. In addition, we're having Belinda Hooper. Oh my gosh, isn't she great? Providing our music. Tom here is our usher. He just found that out. Tom, of course, is doing our videotape. And we want to thank Maria and Sherry for taking care of distributing the prayers to our prayer group and silent unity each week, and also including Jay in this. And thank all of you for being part of our service today. I don't think I see any first timers, so I'm going to skip that. There are all of our activities, of course, every week are listed in our bulletins. If you have any questions, ask Jay or a board member, and we'll be happy to tell you more. One correction under classes and activities, the women's luncheon that has been scheduled for the third week of every month is now, the next group will be October the 9th. So write it down. And I'm sure we'll mention it again.
And it's a Thursday.
Say again?
It's a Thursday, not a Wednesday.
That's a Thursday. Says so right there. Okay. Remember, we reuse our jackets. This is then, and on the last Sunday, you can take the jacket home. But right now, we reuse them. And you got the July and August Daily Word. Please pick up a copy if you haven't done so. It's free to you and everybody else. We're still collecting dry goods. I've seen a couple put big bags. We're also collecting for Bernie, who is trying to help out all the people that are homeless in the area that she works, and that thing's getting filled up as well. We have several live groups every month, and of course Edgar Casey's study group is here at this building on the second and fourth Friday between 10 and noon. There's 16, 17, sometimes 20 people, and it is fantastic. We're having a good time there. Please come make it 25. We're having a Sunday morning book discussion that we had this morning, 9:30 to 10:30. We just started a new book, Understanding Your Soul, The Channeled Wisdom of Jesus by Christine Bush. It is an amazing start to the book, and we got, I think, 4 pages read and 40 minutes worth of great discussion and coffee. So I think it's now time for our celebration song. It's a special day. Please stand.
a special way. I can feel it deeply in a special way. I accept my blessing, through it I'm expressing something of the Spirit. Glory has begun. Every trouble ceases, all my joy increases. Something of the Spirit blesses me with good. It's a special day. It's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day. It's a special day. I can feel it deeply in a special way.
Very good. Please take your chairs. Inside your bulletin, there's a prayer request form. And if you would like to drop one, fill one out and drop it in the offering basket later, you can also put it in the prayer request box when that is brought around later on in the service. And now, well, except that, of course, it's prayed over by our Unity prayer team and then sent to Unity Unity, the Silent Unity, where they are prayed over for a month, sorry. And now we'll have our daily word read by Ann Guy.
As we quietly and gently prepare for the reading of the daily word, we remember that we're in spirit with millions of daily word readers in churches throughout the world. The Christ candle is lit as a reminder of the Spirit of God within all of us, which we call the Christ within. The word for the day is courage. The affirmation is, God within me is the source of my courage. Worrisome and challenging events may leave me thinking I don't have the courage to face them. What I'm going through may feel like too much to bear. Then I remind myself that as a divine being, I have all the courage I could ever need. How I view myself as a strong bearing on how I handle moments of stress. If I tell myself I'm weak or unable to cope, that will probably be my experience. But if I affirm that God within is my power to rise above any worldly situation, well, I will feel courageous and I will feel empowered and I will be strong. Stressful moments may leave me feeling alone and afraid. With the presence and power of God within me, I realize I am never alone and need not fear. This is a source of my courage. And this comes from Joshua 1:9. I here command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So the affirmation for the day is, if you want to say it with me, God within me is the source of my courage. My name is Ann Gully, and I thank you for worshiping with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann. Now, please stand and join us in the miracle moment. And we say together, I am calm, poised, and peaceful, and stand ready to receive the blessings that are mine in this moment. I am abundantly grateful, and so it is. Please remain standing for our next song, Sunlight. So mission statement. Unity of Harmony is a vibrant, loving, spiritual community, providing a sacred space for personal growth. We honor and celebrate the Christ in all people. Thank you, and you may please be seated. Now it's time to turn the service over to Jay for the blessings of the prayer and the donation.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning on this very wet morning. Those of you brave souls that came out here with the rain pouring down. It didn't start till about halfway up here for me on the road, and I'm just glad that all of you are here this morning, and I know that you bring your energy with you that's loving and beautiful and wonderful, because it's every Sunday this way. Right now, Sherry's about to bring the prayer box forward, and I ask you, if you have prayer requests, reach to the little card in your bulletin and fill them out. They'll be prayed over by me and our wonderful prayer team and by Unity for 30 days. You may prefer to hold the requests in your heart. That's fine. God is everywhere, not just on a slip of paper or in a box, right where you are. So, Sherry, thank you very much. And I ask for you all to take deep breath, remember who you are, where you are, centered in the ground of your being, with love as your guide. Infinite loving presence, we give thanks that you are with us, that there is no place we can go where you are not. We know that these requests run the gamut of all human experience. The one common thing is you're with them. You are the very light that we live by. We are individual expressions of that light, and as so, we claim the truth of our being right now. And it touches those things with which we are concerned or joyful. We declare your perfect will is being done as we speak. We most especially ask that you be with those. We affirm that you are with those who are suffering, grieving this morning through the terrible loss in the Hill Country. We ask that your presence surround the caregivers and those responders who are giving almost all they have in the work of making this situation right. We affirm your presence is with them, leading, guiding, sustaining, and loving them, and that love is shared between all people. We affirm that this is being done right now as we speak. The blessings are at hand. And so it is. Amen.
Nobody can tell you that your purpose, 'cause God himself is incomplete without you. I can hear the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Now's the time in our service that we take a few deep breaths, we ground ourselves, aware of the fact that our feet are on the floor, our hands perhaps in our laps. This is the time that we come home inside ourselves. Who knows, we may find what we're looking for right here in this moment. And after you've taken a few deep breaths, be aware that you are the light of the world. You are God expressing at this point in time, right now. Divine plan for me is perfect. I am held in the mind of God as complete and perfect expression. No power can hinder nor mar the inner image of this reality. For it is God-given and God-kept. This light of God within me radiates and shines forth from me in a constant stream of light to all. And in the upcoming silence, we allow Spirit to do its work. We release what we need to and we claim what we need to, but most of all, we remember we are living love. These next few moments of silence, allow the Spirit free reign in you. Again, it's wonderful to be with you as always. Even on a day that the skies open up, look at us here. And I know all of you all are expecting the good, because that's what we are about, that's what we teach, that's what I have endeavored to show over any of the times or through the years that I've been either in public speaking, seminars, or in ministry. Sometimes I think it's good to take a pause and remember where we are. When I came to you all the first time, I was bowled over by the love that was in this place. And it's only gotten bigger. It's only, I felt it even more. It's only become more of who I am. And I know, and I hope this is true, but I know that you all may have sensed a little increase in the energy of this place. It's as if we're kind of stepping on the accelerator a little more. Consciousness is raised. I can hear it in the words that you all say, things that you're going through. I can see that much of what I held to be true throughout my ministry is working in your life. And there are some, because of the pandemic, we'll go back to that, we began streaming, and there are some that tune in because of the fact that I started this back in, I think it was 2021, swatting flies and sitting in front of waterfalls and out in the woods and all, anywhere I could go to have a remote location. And what you all didn't know were there were fleas crawling up my legs and wasps flying around me, and I was swatting things furiously underneath me and trying to give a cohesive message in a very uncohesive time. But look what happened. After that settled down, we had a viewership that tuned in. And it's very remarkable the numbers that we have. And I have to admit, I was stuck on those numbers for a while, but I'm not thinking so much of that anymore. It's nice to have that many, especially those of you who are tuning in. It's nice to have that many. But I'd like to go a little deeper this morning, because I know that everyone here and those that are tuning in online are looking for something. The question that I have is, what are you looking for? Have you ever stopped, just really taken a pause to ask yourself, what do I want and what will I do when I get it? We look for things that resonate with our experiences of the past, forgetting that God is now. Another name for God could be now. Oh yes, Elohim, Jehovah Jireh. We can go through all the scriptural names, but God has only ever done anything right now. We're the ones who carry a myriad of ideas about ourselves and other people into our lives, and we look for evidence to prove that we're correct in holding those assumptions. The egoic part of ourselves can take a lot of things, but it can't take being wrong. Most people, unfortunately, would rather be right than happy. And it was one thing that I felt when I first came here. It was that I saw a bunch of happy people. And because they were happy, most of the things they went through turned out right. You see, we have it backwards so many times in things that we're looking for. We're looking for things that somebody else may have told us is good for us, or right for us, or what we should expect based on who they thought we were. Well, I know I've talked to you about expectations of other people and how they can move you in deciding what you look for. But this morning, I want to talk to you about the only person that is with you every moment of the day, and always has been from the time you were cognizant of the fact that you can think. You have a you, constructed, as I've said, largely of other people's opinions, but above that, and experiences you've gone through, but above that, you are a present, right now, part of the omnipresence of God. Where you are is God expressing in the universe, and there is no place God is not. When you dedicate yourself to looking for something that you think will fulfill you or make you more of what you want to be, so many times we limit ourselves on the basis of what we've been through in the past. In other words, we don't make a room big enough for our prayers to be answered. There are 3 ways that we make our lives. It's very simple. We do it through thinking, through speaking, and through acting. The old metaphysical words, we bring about what we think about. That's true, in large part. But be sure that it is you that is deciding these things that you want. I'll give you an example. I spent a long time in a world of sales and numbers and bottom lines. And I was successful in it. But I wasn't happy. And the relationships that I had suffered because of it. And I finally made a decision that I wanted to look elsewhere for happiness. Because, see, I got a paycheck. I had pleasure. I had money. I had those things, but I didn't have happiness. And I told my friends that I'm going a new direction. I don't care where it is, but I'm starting something new. I can't do this anymore. I think sometimes we have to reach that point. We have to reach a point where we are finished settling for a second-hand life, for doing things that we've been told we should do. What I grew up hearing, not from my father, not from my mother, but from the world around me in general, you become a success, you get married, you settle down, you make some money, and then you have some children, and then they have children, and then you're a grandfather, and then you have a hobby, and then you die. That's it. I thought, I really gave this some thought. That's not self-actualizing to me. That can work for a lot of folks, and that's fine. That really can work. But I wanted something else. I was looking for something else. And what I was looking for has been just like for you. It was placed in me at the very moment that I was born. It's a gift. It's the pearl of great price. It is the kingdom of heaven. Because God always says yes. You say, I am poor. God says, yes, that's true. You say, I am wealthy. Yes, that's true. I am. The words always come back, yes. Because God is a God of yes. People don't want to hear that sometimes. They want to think that God doles out favors and prayers here and there to whom he deems worthy and those unworthy. It's really very simple. The more you harmonize with what you know about that pearl of great price inside you, the more that you are resonant with that, the more your life is going to work. And that means sacrificing some sacred cows. Some things that you may have held on to for a long time. But I ask you again, what are you looking for? If you're looking for money, that's one thing. If you're looking for health, that's another thing. If you're just looking in general for a life more abundant, that's another thing. All these things are individual parts of what I'm speaking of as something greater and bigger and grander. Have you noticed that many times what you're looking for, you find? And that can be scary sometimes. If you hold it in your mind and you think, I've got to have this, be careful where that thought comes from. Make sure that you question that, because you're going to get, in large measure, what you expect. And if you're looking for anything less than what helps express your highest, truest nature, you're shortchanging yourself. And when you shortchange yourself, you shortchange the rest of us. Because when you're doing it unto yourself, that's how you'll do it unto others. We're our brother's keepers, but not in the way we've been taught. It's by the thoughts that we think, what we give, the thoughts we think of the people in front of us. That's what unity meant years ago when it said, hold the high watch. Think about others the way you would want them to think about you. And remember, as you look, what you look for outside of yourself, that you think is the thing that's going to make you happy and give you what you want, have room to realize that the Spirit may have another plan for you. It may be something that can even be grander than what you think. And then sometimes when those bad things happen, when things go wrong, we say, my God, why have you forsaken me? God couldn't forsake you for a minute. That's the very ground of your being. So what does that mean? Where is God when the bad stuff happens? What is God looking for something? God is perfection in love. And I think that if God would expect anything, it was that we understand that each one of us is a reflection of the other. Each one of us needs the other. Can you imagine a world that's populated only by you? What if you were born into just you? Well, you say, I couldn't survive. We need people to do certain things. We need community. We need a sense of togetherness. Well, you're right, we do. But then when we come together to do this, it's almost like out of threats. Well, I did it because I have to make money. I didn't really want to do it. It's now, and we have a million and one competing ideas about what we're doing. Be clear about what you're looking for. Be clear about why you're here, what you feel you're here to do. Clarity is a law of spirit. It was James Dillon Freeman that wrote, the Unity Poet Laureate in the 40s, that said clarity of purpose defines who we are. That doesn't mean you have to go about being human doings, human beings. And from a proper being, from a proper space of where you are, you can go out and do what is yours to do. Why did these floods happen? Why did we suffer such loss? I don't know that that's the question so much as we're called to live into the answer of helping one another. We are what we do to the other. Our lives are not about us. Think of that. Our lives are about what we give to other people. Because as you've done it to the least of these, you've done it to me. As you've done it to the least idea you have of yourself inside, you've done it to someone else. Even the least idea. But think about the greater, grander idea you can have of seeing yourself as God sees you. Mighty, able, powerful to do a perfect work. And then go forth and help people not out of the sense of they're lacking something, but that you're bringing out the goodness, the love, the imprisoned splendor. We don't have to get angry at God, although a lot of people do. We don't have to say, well, if I was in charge of this whole thing, I'd do it better. You're in charge of your own world right now. Have you done it better? If we had all done it better, knowing that we were in charge, I doubt that any of us would be seeking comfort, answers, or clarity at all. Follow me on this. Your life begins right here. We want it to be out there so bad. I want to project all those things I feel. And gee, there's a time to project, especially when it's love. I bring this up because, well, I'm owned by a cat. And I think this is a good time to bring that up. This little fellow that I have remembers how powerful he is when he stomps across my chest, when he gets in my hair. He bites it and pulls on it. Does all kinds of things. But when it storms and when it rains, I don't know how he can become about this big. He's a cat about that big, about this big, over and under the dresser, the table, any place he can go to be small. And what I do, I get out on the floor, I kind of crawl to where he is, and I put my head right in front of his. And I say, I love you, and I'm so sorry you're scared. Put my hand out, and I feel the purr starting a little bit. You don't have to be small. You've got somebody that loves you right here. You come out with him, slowly but surely, he comes out. So the next clap of thunder, back under the cage. We'll start this whole thing again. How I feel when I do that, how I feel when I give comfort, makes me, I absolutely love it. When we do that for other people, do we count what they've done for us? Or do we just look for the love that we feel and that we want somebody else to experience? What I'm trying to say throughout this whole thing is that you are going to be the God that some people see. Your life is really a message to other people. If you're full of antagonism, resentment, anger, all those things, and I know you're not, by the law of averages, those that are tuning in have something that they hold on to, some concept that keeps them chained. Remember the old song, Look for the Silver Lining? And Walk on the Sunny Side of the Street? All those kind of aphorisms and cliches. They were that way because there's a measure of truth in them. We get what we look for. Now how about we decide in our morning affirmations or our evening contemplations or our in-between visualizations, why don't we decide to say, God, I release everything unlike you and everything unlike that I wish to experience, and nothing comes from me but that I would gladly have come back to me. Wow. Talk about clarity. How many of us this morning would like to have exactly what we're thinking right now come back to us? And how many blame God because it doesn't happen? Say, well, I was born under the wrong sign, or you don't know my dad, or you don't know my mom, or you don't know where I went to school, or you don't know go right on down the line. I believe with everything I've got, that each one of you, including myself, is a living, loving child of God. And if somebody is not acting that way, they have celestial amnesia. Either temporary, and sometimes it looks like it's permanent. Sometimes people act in ways their whole lives that make a hell for themselves and everybody else. Well, what's the answer to this? What's the answer to these competing things that we see? This life outside of us looks like a miasma of conflict. What's the answer? Forgive it all. That's the only place it can start. You remember when Jesus spoke to the person who wanted new life? He said, first go into the temple and forgive all ought against your brother. That was the very beginning. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all this shall be added unto you. When you look for the very best inside yourself, you're going to automatically do that for somebody else. Don't be concerned with the outcome. Give. The sun gives. The fountain gives. It doesn't ask, are you grateful? Is it sweet enough? What, it just gives. Can we do that? Can we pull ourselves out of the way, the idea that we have of ourselves out of the way long enough to allow that presence, the sway, to make a difference in our lives? See, it's not that we don't believe in God. I don't believe that it is about atheism, agnosticism, and all that. I think it's because we don't really believe in ourselves. If we really believed in who we really are, then we would be showing God all the time. If we believed we were living love. But life is going to do certain things to us that just seem to waylay our best laid plans. Joel Goldsmith talked about this in a book called Man Was Not Born to Cry. And he talked about, I don't want to say the being because I like concept therapy. He used the word that he used was the frequency. When you hold a certain frequency in your mind that says, I forgive, I am forgiven. I forgive, I am forgiven. I'm looking for that in my life. When you do that, it comes back to you. But it starts with you. I am a fan of repeating some things by rote. Because the science of neuroplasticity has taught us that thoughts make a groove in the mind. And metaphysicians have said this forever, and it's really turning out to be true. The more you think something, the more you're going to think it, and the more you're going to believe it. Why don't you look for the best in yourself this morning? Why don't you look for the best in the person sitting next to you? Why don't you attribute the best motives to someone else? Well, I don't want to be made a fool of if it's all wrong. Who's being made a fool of? Some image you have of yourself? Images come and go. And some images people hold on for a lifetime. I had an aunt. I loved her. She was a negative woman. I don't remember Aunt Hazel saying anything was going smooth. She's long gone. But my father and I were at a dinner for the family. And my father said, Hazel, how are you? And she said, well, I'm all right. My waist is hurting and I've got spots that seem to come in my eyes. I think they call them floaters. And my throat's sore and I got this arm that has rheumatism. And when she finished that whole thing, my father said, Hazel, what do you tell people when you're sick? And I remember laughing at that as a kid. And I didn't really get the import of that. But my father tried, because he knew Hazel had a sweet heart, but if anything was bad, it could be worse to Hazel. But I remember two things, that and she made some great tamales. And as a kid, I looked for the best. I loved her. I knew she was going to mold about it, but I didn't have an investment in the fact that I was angry at the way she was processing her life. I accepted her. If you can accept those around you, if you can look for the good through acceptance, not necessarily agreeing with what everybody does, but accepting they have the right to live according to their lights. Then you start looking for freedom. And when you're looking for freedom, you're freeing yourself. But if you're looking for people to agree with you, not step out of line with you, that stay in the box with you, you're going to get a lot of people who are afraid and scared, and they have to bolster each other up. Have you ever seen mass movements where that happens? They have to keep reminding the other person, usually, of what it is they dislike. And the bumper stickers are plentiful. We're against. But what you pay attention to expands. And what you look for, you tend to find. And if you don't find it, you'll replicate it in an experience that may not be the best for you. That's why it's so important to hold clear. You know, I'm not a dogmatic guy. I know the doctrines and the dogmas, but
But if there's one thing besides the love, and that's pretty much the whole thing, is to hold a clear picture of who you are. Clear. If you want to know what people think of you, ask your friends. If they're honest, they'll tell you, and you can learn a lot. But if you want to know what you think of you, look at your life. Past year, past 5 years, past month. Look, are you getting what you want? What are you really looking for? And as I close this, the answer that I'd like to give you, and I think that everybody's looking for, no matter in what way they try to attain it, through voting a certain way, through consuming a substance, through whatever it may be, they're looking for happiness. Most people, I would say most all people, want to be happy. And sometimes they demolish themselves in that pursuit. With what I'm talking about this morning, if you look through the clear lens of who God says you are, and you remember that, and you dedicate yourself to working towards that in a good way, it comes about. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not a month from now, but eventually, because you do become what you think about. Looks like we made a circle back to the beginning. What does unity say? What does new thought say? What does religious science say? You become what you think about. You become what you look for. Chase the light. Become a good finder. Release the fault finding. And surrender to the presence of love inside you. And watch yourself light up. I love you all. God bless you. Thank you for being here. I'd like to speak to those who are viewing online. We really need your gifts to continue what we do. As you know, maybe you know, this is the first time tuning in, but there is online ministry that we do. Pathlighters, our book studies, all the information about that is on your Facebook page. I ask you, if everyone, listen, we're close to you all right now. If each one of you, thank you, if each one of you would give $1, just $1, even if the price of a cup of coffee, you could help us go even further than what we do. I believe entirely in us and what we're doing in this place. And I know if you're a return viewer, you do too. If you're a first-time viewer, welcome. I would ask that you give your best gift when you press the PayPal button at our website. I was told it was at the bottom of our Facebook page, and I've been wrong. Well, I'm a man and married, so that means I'm wrong. But I was wrong, so all you get, remember that, right? I'm saying, go to our website, unityofbernie.org. Give the best gift of which you're able, or you can send your gift to Unity of Bernie, P.O. Box 1973, Bernie, Texas 78006. I'm not being funny now. It's true. We exist to do ministry, and we're doing it, and we're growing, and things are happening. I ask you to give the best gift of which you're able, and know you'll be blessed for it. Just have Javier comes forward. Each one of you gives the best you're able, knowing that you're given to a wonderful cause and all comes back to you. Thank you.
Freely I have received, freely I give. Divine love to me, this is all that I am, all that I give and receive, all that I give and receive.
Thank you, and I hope you all will join us at home in our prayer for increase. Right now, together, we say,
Divine love through me
blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I send it forth for my blessings and my love.
so it is.
Can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Together, let's join hands as we feel comfortable in doing so. Together we say, the light of God surrounds us.
The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is and always is well.
Namaste. A little ragtime. A little ragtime. Go.